Flight Crew, FTC. Flight T stand up! It's true!
Yo, what's going on, you guys? Mikey here. You probably weren't expecting a video like this from me, but it's been a while since I made a video on FlightReacts. Maybe like 4 or 5 years or so. It might have been 3. I lost count of how many years it's been since I last made that FlightReacts video, where I said that FlightReacts is the worst basketball player on the planet. And I think I said a few things here or there. I probably have to rewatch the video, honestly, but I'm not even gonna lie to you. That video has aged like fine wine. And I hate to say it, but please, whatever you do, if you're watching this, send us to FlightReacts, send us to Panda Boom, send us to Illuminati, Cash Nasty, literally anybody that Flight knows or that's in his like group of friends. Just send us to somebody who knows Flight, because he's gonna want to hear this. Look, there are things that FlightReacts has improved on this year. Like his 3-point shots a little better. His shot selection's a little bit better, but not really. It's kind of like 50-50. He's going to the paint a lot more. But there are so many flaws in his game. It's ridiculous. One of them is the fact that he does not have a mid-range shot. Flight does not shoot mid-range shots. Like, he just doesn't have a mid-range package. I don't know why he doesn't do fadeaways. I don't know why he doesn't hit a one-legged step back or something like that in the paint. He doesn't do any of that. I'm not even joking. This is his package. 3-point shot, driving layup, and driving floater. That's it. That's his package. And even then, most of the time, his layups are bricks. So I gotta figure out what's wrong here. And from what I can piece, he thinks he gets the hot hand whenever he shoots a 3, and he just says, yeah, I'm going to shoot that same 3 again. No, that's not your game. When you make a 3, go right to the paint immediately. If you want to repeat the process of 3, layup, 3, layup, if you want to do that and be consistent, that would work. Now, I don't play ball myself personally, but I do from time to time do occasional rec basketball. But I'll say this. I play in a street court, and look, my jump shot's broken. If you saw my basketball video from like a couple of years ago, my jump shot's broken. So I'm not one to say this, but at least his jump shot looks a little better than mine. Like, I haven't played ball in a fat while, so I need to get back out there. But Flight, you cannot be losing to dudes that are shorter than you, and you're like 6'3". You shouldn't be losing. If you're 6'3", you should be winning almost every game. There aren't a lot of dudes that are content creators that are like, as tall as you, doing a lot of 1v1s, other than maybe Christopher London or Jesser, who's I think maybe around your height. But like, dude, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Like, Flight, you're 6'3". You can go to the rim and dunk, like, you don't do that. I don't understand why. But yeah, Flight, you're not good at all. Like, you're bad. You're so bad at basketball that I could beat you in a game of 1v1. Like, I know I would win a game of 21 1s and 2s with a halftime of 11 or 12. Like, I'm bad at basketball, but I have a better chance at beating you in a game of 1v1 than most people with their eyes closed. And another thing I'm not a fan of is when you used to say, "Oh, I can do this. I just did it without the cameras on." Like, what do you mean you did it without the cameras on? What does that mean? Like, you can actually dunk. Like, you can actually make this 3. You actually do step back stuff. I didn't know that. I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it, because from my knowledge, you're capping. Straight capping. In fact, I feel like that's all you really do. You yap and cap an awful lot. And I don't think it translates to your game at all. I think you talk a big game, and it doesn't translate to a big game. You've had clutch games this year, especially against Jeff and Julian Newman, But Jeffrey Bowie can hoop. You cannot. Julian Newman can hoop, and as much as I don't like him, you cannot hoop. Like, I actually like watching you because you're funny and entertaining, and I actually think you're one of the best content creators in the game. But in terms of hooping, you are dog water. You are absolute horse doo-doo. You are so bad at basketball that I even wonder, like, whoever's training you, I kind of feel bad for them because they gotta get you in the weight room. Like, whoever your trainers, tell them to get you in the weight room, bro. Like, you can't be this skinny and like a tall guy losing all these 1v1s. That's not how that works. And I shouldn't be talking as well. Again, I'm a short dude. I'm like 5'6", so I shouldn't be talking. But like, come on, bro. I don't even have a trainer. If you know your jump shot works, then your jump shot works. But if you're willing to work hard enough to actually want to translate a win of some kind, cool. But you need consistent wins. Like, you are at a down point in your career, at least in terms of the basketball hooping content that you do. You're so bad that people are starting to already forget that you're the worst basketball player on the planet. And again, I still stand that you are the worst basketball player on the planet. There was a rapper you went against like a year or two ago, and he's pretty bad on his own right. But like, you're still consistently horrible. And it's mainly due to one thing that no one's really mentioned a lot. And it's not like anything with your scoring. It's your defense. Your defense is so bad that I always wondered the same thing every time. Couldn't Flight just block a three-point shot? Couldn't Flight just block consistent layups? You don't do that. You are so far away from the three-point line. You are so far away from the three-point line when someone's about to shoot a three that I'm actually surprised that you don't actually clamp up enough. Like, you gotta do that. You wanna be a good defender? Try to take inspiration from Gary Payton, not like Jermaine O'Neal or like whoever is like a good defender these days, or like Chef look at Curry, man. I mean, if you want to take your scoring from him, that's just, I mean, go for it if you want, but that's just never gonna happen. That's a big pipe dream if at that. But like, you're such a bad perimeter defender, it's actually laughable. Like, and combine that with your horrible stamina, it's just atrocious to watch. And what I think it is you smoke so much weed that, like, it gets to a point where it already messes up your body, where you can't even get back in the paint or get back to the perimeter to play defense. And it's ruining your game, bro. I'm sorry, but you gotta get off the weed. Like, the weed's gotta go. You can't be having a dud pack, bro. Like, in 2025, people are actually getting in fit and peak shape, and you're not there. You're just, I mean, you're skinny, but I don't know if it's like a good kind of skinny. I mean, at least you got some muscle buildup this time, but it's like, dude, what are we doing? Like, you're not really progressing anywhere with your defense. And Cash Nasty is like probably a solid defender to look up to, because he actually knows how to clamp and bully ball and play defense. You do not. You don't do any of that. Now, from the last 1v1 I watched earlier today, I think it was Harding. The Harding dude. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna be 100% honest. He cooked you. He absolutely torched you in the paint. Like, a dude with a lot of strength, athleticism. Well, maybe not a lot of strength, but a lot of athleticism and vertical. Dude, you got cooked. Like, you got absolutely torched in the paint. He was eating alive in the paint, and that's not good. That's not good, bro. Like, you're so bad at defense. You're far away from a defender, and you just have a hand, like, away from your arm, like, from your face. That's not defense, bro. Like, what are we doing? Like, you claim to want to be, like, a big basketball player. That's, like, the one thing you got to work on first. It's not really your shooting. It's your defense. If you can't play defense, it's not going to generate good offense. Sorry, it's just a straight fact. And, again, you take inspiration from players like Allen Iverson and Derrick Rose, but does that really matter? No, because at least those guys know how to play defense. You don't. You never did. In fact, I think you were only good at defense for like a few years in between, and then after that, you kind of had a fall off on that department. But in terms of scoring, you're getting a little better. So if you're getting better at your scoring, you should be able to get better at your defense. But apparently not. Apparently, you're just horrible in defense. I just don't understand. And then that's not even getting into the fact that your interior defense is just as bad. But like, at least you know how to block the ball when it's a dude that's shorter than you. But you rarely do that at all. You should be blocking 3-point attempts every single play, dude. You should be able to be like an absolute pest like Patrick Beverly or Marcus Smart. Have some kind of hustle, because you do not have any of that. You barely have any hustle. And I don't know if you have like intangibles or stuff like that, but you definitely ain't got any. You got like 25 overall intangibles, if we're going to be honest. So overall, is June Flight been good for you? Absolutely not. It's been horrible. This has been some of the worst like basketball content I've ever watched. And it's mainly just stemming from the fact that as a fan of you, I'm just disappointed. You're letting this Harding dude whoop your butt in a 1v1. Like, that's sad. That's just sad, bro. Like, I've been watching you for years, and I thought you'd be getting a lot better in basketball, but you're not getting better, bro. You're not getting better at all. You're not even close. At least at the end of the video, there's like a funny little clip I found from that Harding 1v1 that I thought was pretty funny, so I'm going to put that at the end of the video because it did get me a genuine laugh. But other than that, Flight, you got to get in the weight room. You really got to improve your game like so much more. I'm just disappointed. I'm absolutely disappointed. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to smash the like button and smash that subscribe button. Flight, if you even have a chance in hell at beating Cash this June, I will be stunned. I'll be absolutely stunned. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take it easy, guys.
You breathe a hell of hard. I'm chilling. You know what? We gotta open the door. More AC.
Okay, go ahead.
That's why I've been losing.
Okay. No, that's facts. Ain't no way you think the soccer ball is gonna stop the door from closing. Yo.